Hey everyone, welcome to a new video, and in this one I'm going to be talking to you about how not to get banned when it comes to advertising on the Facebook platform. But before we jump into the content, I want to give a quick shout out to Alex. Now, Alex is a student within my academy and he's absolutely smashed it this month. So congratulations to you, Alex. You know, there's only one way up from here, so keep going, keep grinding. If you want to learn how Alex did this, then make sure you check out the first link in the description below, because that will let you enroll in my academy. And I've actually just updated it to version 2 over the last few days. And that includes my most powerful testing and targeting method that I've come across so far when it comes to Facebook advertising. So if you want to learn more, if you're struggling with your store, then make sure you check out that. So yeah, let's jump straight into the content and I can talk to you about how not to get banned when it comes to advertising on the Facebook platform. So the number one thing that you need to be paying attention to not get yourself banned is don't break Facebook's policy. Now, I know that's a very obvious, and you're probably thinking, yeah, obviously don't break the policy. Of course, you're going to get banned if you do. But it's actually a lot easier to break that policy than you actually might think. It could be as simple as you making claims about a product that you're trying to sell. So, for example, if you're doing something to do with teeth whitening, if you say something like, "Oh, you'll have bright white teeth within 10 minutes," or something like that, that's guaranteeing a result. Facebook doesn't like that. If you say something like, "You'll lose weight in 7 days," or "You'll lose weight overnight," that's guaranteeing a claim. If you're doing a before and after when it comes to hair removal, for example, that's a claim on the product. You can't make claims on products that you're trying to sell, which is tricky, which is unfortunate, because obviously you want people to know why they should be getting this, and those claims, those results, are ultimately what people are actually looking for. Another thing you need to be paying attention to is when it comes to nudity and profanity. So a lot of people over the summer were trying to sell things like bikinis, and a lot of the ads were getting banned, not being approved, and ad accounts were ultimately being shut down because of it. And the reason for that is Facebook doesn't like a lot of skin showing on ads. And that's very difficult to not break that policy when you're advertising something like a bikini. But when it comes to the major claims, try and avoid using that terminology, try and avoid guaranteeing results, and you will ultimately avoid breaking that policy. So the second point that I want to make is, if you're traveling a lot, make sure you use a VPN when you're out there. So use a VPN such as ExpressVPN, that's what I personally use, but there's others out there like NordVPN, etc. Get yourself a VPN. If you're going out traveling, then make sure you're using that VPN, because what Facebook does is Facebook knows where you are predominantly, where you're predominantly advertising from. And what it'll do is, if it sees that you're out in another country, it'll kind of trigger that as unusual activity on the account, and it'll end up blocking your account until you can verify yourself with them. And that's just going to shut off all your ads, all your marketing is going to be out of the window, and you're going to have to verify yourself, verify your business with them to get that back up and running so you can start to advertise again. So to avoid that completely, make sure you use a VPN, VPN back into your country where you're mainly based, and then start to advertise like that from another country. The third tip is, make sure you have a second payment on your account. Now, this is one of the reasons why my accounts got shut down, was because I didn't have a secondary payment, and Facebook flagged my credit card that was in there as having unusual activity on it, which seemed really strange because I only use this credit card for Facebook ads for the points. I get the air miles back on it, but I'm using it for Facebook ads. So the fact that they flagged that it had unusual activity using this card was very strange. But because I didn't have a secondary payment in there, Facebook couldn't take the payment from that card because it basically blocked that payment method. And when I'd hit my cap on the account, it tried to take the payment, couldn't take the payment, and then the ads got turned off until I settled the balance on the account. So always have a second payment in there, because if the first one does fail like that, you're going to have that second one in place, so it'll stop you triggering anything within their system. But ultimately, no matter what you do, Facebook could still ban you. Things go wrong in their system, unusual activity can be found in your account when there isn't unusual activity on the account, and they will ban you for no fault of your own. And when that happens, you have to then appeal that decision and try and get your ad accounts back. So what usually happens when you do get banned is you'll start to get a message along the top of your ads manager. Within there, it'll say, your account's been banned for policy violations or unusual activity or whatever it was that has caused this ban to happen. And next to that, what you'll have something like a learn more or an appeal or click here for more or something like that. Click that and it'll take you to a page where you can fill in a formal request for an appeal. So in my instance, what I did, because I didn't realize it was a payment issue at first, I apologized for if I'd broken any policies, if I'd violated any of their policies, because It was completely unintentional if I did. So I explained to them that I had no idea what it was that caused this ban on the account. As far as I was concerned, everything was running as expected. I wasn't advertising any products that could have potentially have breached some of their policies. Everything was quite level. There wasn't anything weird going on or anything like that. So I explained to them that I wasn't sure what it was. If they could let me know what the steps were for me to get this account reactivated, I'd be happy to put them into practice. And basically just apologize for something that I knew that I hadn't done anything wrong for. But when it comes to getting your account back, you have to be nice with them. Don't go in ranting and raving at them, because if you go in and rant and rave at that appeals process, they'll just say no and they'll kick you out. So go in there apologetic, be calm, be sincere. If you have spent a lot of money with them on your ad account, then put that in there as well. I said to them, I spent over £250,000 with Facebook ads. So I went in there and I said, look, I've spent this much money with you. I didn't realize anything was wrong. Apologized obviously for if I'd broken a policy. Can they let me know how to get it back, what I need to do? I look forward to hearing from them. And within the day, someone got back and basically apologized to me and said that it was, a mistake on their part, apologized for the inconvenience and opened my account again. Now, as nice as it was for them to apologize and to have that account back up and running, it still caused me a lot of issues for that day, because I couldn't run any account. I couldn't run any ads. I couldn't run anything. My entire business was kind of put on hold while those ad accounts were being brought back up. But ultimately, you can appeal, you can be nice, but it really comes down to Facebook and whether they think whatever's happened on your account is yours or their fault. If it's their fault, they'll open your account and you'll be back up and running. If it's your fault, then they're entitled to basically not reopen your account again. And that's the kicker. That's where it can become difficult for you, because now you don't have an ad account. And if you're very unlucky, they might shut down your business manager account. Now, as you probably know, you can have multiple ad accounts within a business manager. Ad accounts get shut down quite regularly. Business manager accounts tend to not get shut down that often. But if they do, that's quite serious. But you still follow the same steps that I've said, and hopefully they'll bring that back up as well. But ultimately, you can't control it. It's down to them. It's their decision. Their decision is final. All you can do is apologize and keep pushing to get it reopened. If the appeals process doesn't work, you can always try and go through the business chat and actually speak to someone directly through the live chat and see if they can do anything. They might be able to pass something on to the guys who review it to see if they can bring that back up for you. But I keep trying, 4, 5, 6 times, over a period of a few days, a couple of weeks. Try and get your ad account back, especially if you put a lot of money into it, because there'll be a lot of data in there that you'll want to keep. But really, it's down to Facebook. They have to decide, and you kind of have to just go with it, unfortunately. If you do get shut down and you can't get it back, then the only other alternative is to open a brand new business manager account and start again. I know it's not ideal. It's not the best scenario to be in. But if you want to keep advertising, this is the only thing you can do. So create yourself a brand new business manager account, but don't use the same payment method on the new one as you had on your old one, because Facebook will link them together and it'll basically shut down your new business manager account anyway. So use a brand new payment method on the new account and you should be okay. So hopefully you found that useful. It is an absolute nightmare when Facebook shut you down, especially when you've done nothing wrong. Like in my instance, it causes a big issue when it comes to your business. But ultimately, that's what happens with business. There are going to be problems, there are going to be issues you have to overcome, and you've just got to deal with whatever gets thrown at you. It is the cost of doing business, unfortunately, and especially when you're relying on a platform like Facebook, you have to go along with whatever they say. You have to stick by their rules. You have to abide by their policies. And they basically have us by the balls, let's be honest. They have complete control over us. We're so reliant on that platform to do what we do. You just got to keep them happy and play by their rules, unfortunately. But hopefully the information in this video is going to help you if you are banned currently. If you do get banned in the future, put these steps into practice and hopefully you can be back up and running within a few days. You just have to be patient. You can send that chat, log that support ticket with them, and it could be 2, 3, 4 days before they get back to you. So just be patient, send your message, be calm, be concise, be apologetic, and hopefully you can get back up and running. So if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and that notification bell, because my videos aren't popping up on people's feeds for some reason. So if you don't want to miss the content that I'm putting out, if you don't want to miss the information I'm giving you, then make sure you hit that subscribe and notification bell, because these are going to keep coming. These videos are going to keep coming for you. If you have any questions about this video, if your ad account's been banned and you need some advice, then just drop that question down in the comments below. I am answering everything still. So if you have any questions about dropshipping in general, if you have any questions about me, about the channel, anything at all, then just drop that down there and I will get back to you as soon as I can. So if you want to learn more, then make sure you check out the first link in the description, because I've just released version 2 of the Academy, and that is the exact strategy that I used to start generating £5,000 profit a day. Make sure you check that out. If you're struggling with your store, if you want to learn more, click that link, get enrolled, and learn how to do this properly. So yeah, that's the end of this one. Hope you found it useful. Hit the like button if you did, and I'll see you in the next one.